Hi everyone, this is Cherry Enchantress, and this is Pixie Dust Tarot, and I have your daily dust for Tuesday, April 11th, if you're watching in real time, but it can also be for whenever you stumble upon it. It's a timeless reading. I like to use a different deck every day, and sometimes I have to repeat, but one that I like to repeat every once in a while is my Enchanted Romance deck that I created using pre-Raphaelite images. This was a really fun labor of love. This is the holographic edition with a bunch of extra cards. Okay. I'm going to give it a good shuffle, and then we'll get 3 cards, and then just do a nice collective general message for the day. Whatever comes up for the day. It could be something that hints or alludes to some future events as well, or a little flashback too. Sometimes I like to find the positive in cards, and honestly I think sometimes the negative cards can be flashbacks too. It doesn't necessarily have to be a prediction. It can also be a reflection. So keep that in mind. It's not always about what's going on right now. It could be something that you're actually growing out of and moving forward from. Okay, let's see what else. Let's see what we have. Ooh, Queen of Wands. Very nice. Passionate energy. Look, see, it's my holographic deck, so it kind of captures the light. And the Eight of Swords. I like my version of the Eight of Swords because most Eight of Swords, it's a person alone in their situation, but this has like a helping hand. So like somebody wants to help get you out of a stuck situation. And, ooh, the Guardian. So maybe it's the Guardian who wants to help get you out of your situation. Okay, let's zoom on in and see what we have. Oftentimes, a lot of times, I feel 2 energies in my reading. And even though you may not be associated, maybe not have a boyfriend or girlfriend, husband or wife, twin flame or soulmate at the moment, it can also represent 2 parts of your personality, or just the yin and yang of a situation, the 2 sides, the forces. For me, but because I am very romantically inclined, partnerships and connections with people are very high energy. It's an energy that comes out a lot in my readings and in my cards, so just want you to know, that being said, I am sort of a romantic reader. And so here we have 2 people, again, possibly 2 people. Put yourself where you see yourself, and if you don't have a partner, it could be somebody yet to come or somebody that you once knew or a part of you. This, like, when you dream, supposedly all the characters in your dreams represent different aspects of yourself. So it could be something like that as well. The Queen of Wands represents a vibrant person who's kind of center stage, who likes the finer things. She's very intuitive, even though she's fire and not water, she's still intuitive like the water signs. She's passionate. She shines like the sun. She's exuberant and radiating confidence and charismatic and positive. Very dedicated to her work, very engaging. This is a very attractive person. Cheerful, upbeat. People adore her. She could be famous, but at least very well liked and very loved. She could be an athlete. She's also very warm. She could be a performer as well. She also represents creativity and the sacral chakra. Could be a practical person, even though practical usually I associate more with earth signs and the pentacles. The practical can happen in the fire signs, especially with the Queen of Wands. She's very magnetic, sincere, and inspiring. And this can represent Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, but not necessarily. It could represent redheads, but not necessarily. People with big, broad, cheerful smiles, but not necessarily. So Put yourself where you see yourself. All right, well, let's go to the Guardian too now. So maybe you're this feminine energy, or maybe you're the Guardian energy. The Guardian, interestingly enough, does have a lot of femininity within him. He looks pure male, right? Pure masculine, pure warrior. But that's kind of that's because his role is protector. So he has this very hard facade, this hard exterior. He is protector, and he's masculine, and he's a defender, and he's a keeper and watchful. Like, it's kind of, he reminds me sort of the shepherd and the flock, the sheep. He guards the castle. He's not necessarily king of the castle. He guards the castle. He is the caretaker. So this could be like, Mr. Mom. It could be somebody who has, or somebody who takes care of elderly, or a male nurse, things like that. So maybe like a very strong masculine in a non-traditional masculine role sometimes is how I see this card too. He's very kind and the champion of the weak, so he could have his causes. He could be into politics or something like that. He's a mentor. I see him heading up charitable things, foundations, donations, charitable work. He's dominant, so in the spectrum of submissive and dominant, he's definitely the dominant end of that spectrum, and he is very exacting, like the swords energy, like the swords king. And also strict, possibly like the Swords King, but fair, like Libra, justice. And so those are the qualities that I came up with. This particular image that comes from God of War, which is Kratos. It's a fan art image of Kratos, and I was just always been attracted to that energy of Kratos. He had a really kind of interesting character arc, in my opinion. And so it's like he had gone through a lot of difficulties initially and did some terrible things. This could be a person that wasn't very, like as a teenager or young adult, maybe didn't do things right, but changed their life, and became a champion of the weak instead of a predator of the weak, So it could be somebody who's made a big change like that. Anyway, so I feel like this guy could be some kind of counselor or mentor, somebody, a sponsor, somebody, like, let's say, for instance, here you, maybe you, it doesn't necessarily have to be you, and you could have some of these qualities too, or you could have both of these qualities in you, but for some reason, the Eight of Swords gave me, AA stuff, a message, like, if you are an Alcoholics Anonymous and you're following the 12-step program. I honestly don't know very much about this, but of things that I've heard and read. And actually one of the things that was passed on to me is if you're a child of, if your mom or dad was an alcoholic, then it might be helpful for you to go through the 12 steps just for a healing. And I considered I've never been through that, and I don't even know if I could have categorized my dad as an alcoholic necessarily. So I don't even know, but I know he did drink anyway. And maybe it has something to do. He was emotional about a lot of things. So anyway, that's neither here nor there, but maybe some of you relate to some of that energy. Whatever's happening here, though, it felt like that to me. It felt like a sponsor helping somebody go through to conquer their vices, conquer the things that are holding them back from achieving, the things that cause them to resist doing their work, or making, like even waking up in the day, like conquering their day, like getting up and doing. So this could be this could be all happening within one person, though. You know, it's like you have this side of yourself that doesn't want to, I just don't want to wake up, I don't want to go there. And then this side of yourself, or an angel or a guardian or your higher self coming through and saying, no, I'm going to help you. And in fact, the guardian could actually be your guardian angel. Like some of you may not even know who your guardian angel is, but it could be like a very masculine energy, a masculine angel, like Archangel Michael or Gabriel, a warrior type. It's like fight, you know, get up, fight, start a new day, pull out your sword, you got this, go, let's do this, you know. So it could be that you have this kind of like really warrior type, either higher self, which is part of you, or an angel or guardian. It could be some famous, it could be a particular god out there that you're connecting with. Whether you're male or female, it could be like a Joan of Arc, but, you know, a masculine, or it could be Joan herself, you know, somebody out there that's known for having a fighting spirit, being a warrior. And it could be Archangel Michael himself. Although I never really associated the guardian with Archangel Michael, it could very well be. So, but there's also this amazing Queen of Wands energy here too. And this could be you, and you just could be, you know, have a down day, and then you have that warrior spirit that says, get up and let's do this. Or it could be that this is like the Joan of Arc energy too. It could be a couple here that this is like not neither, like this is not you or your person, but you two together may help people, you know, in this kind of way. You know, maybe you're both psychiatrists or psychologists or therapists or counselors where you help people like that. So it's a lot of interesting dynamics going on in here. But yeah, the Eight of Swords is about a fear of getting hurt, fear of making a move and making the wrong move. And the fact is, sometimes we're just gonna, we have, you know, sometimes we will get hurt, but I think there's too much built up about that pain instead of just living and doing and going for it. You maybe focus too much on the pain of it instead of the getting through it, the achievement of it, right? So focus more on the good that will happen, and not so much on the difficulty it takes to get there, or the pain it will inflict by doing these things that you have to do, right? It could be just something very simple like, you know, I gotta go jog or something like that, you know, or I gotta go to the gym. And you know that feeling you have right before you go to the gym, you're like, oh, I don't want to do this. And then when you're done, you're like, ta-da, I'm a champion. I did it. So just keep your eye on the prize. Like keep your mind focused on the good that it will do you, even if it means having to go through the gauntlet a little bit. And you've got all this, you got great support around you. So whether you're the person supporting others, or you have other people supporting you, or a little bit of both, I think it's going to be a great day. And I hope you like that. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust.